Hi Lola,
Hey,
how are
how
you?
are you? Nice to meet
How are
you.
you? We had sorry to be a little bit late. We had what's it called? My team sent me a lot of videos to record and
No problem.
promotion. Anyway, how are you? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from California, United
Kind of.
States.
Oh, cool. There's what's his name? Our community leader Linda is in it's also Linda Porras. She's
Yes,
lives in California. Yes, yes, yes.
yes. I communicate. I saw that she was on my time zone. In fact,
She's so cool. Linda's been there for a
yes,
while. She's yeah. So how are you? How are you doing? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I followed you on Instagram for a while, and then I saw a video a couple of weeks ago, and I
Yeah.
couldn't wait for the video to be over so I can click that button to sign up. Honestly,
Well, you got to. I'm not the one who does all that background stuff. I got a team
yeah,
that does it. I just see it from the laptop
yes.
and talk. What are your goals? What are you trying to achieve?
I wanted to feel better and along the
Yes.
way lose weight. Everybody tells you you have to lose weight first to be healthy. You had said the opposite, and that made more sense to me.
You have to be
And
healthy first.
healthy first, and then you'll lose weight.
Absolutely. The body
Exactly.
because yeah, good.
They teach us backwards.
No, but because then they put us on scales and it's all about losing weight and then it start counting calories, but you're not fixing your health. It's all about
Exactly.
fixing it. Once you fix your health, your body will just let go of the body fat. Because if you're carrying excess body fat, you are pre-diabetic. You're on the pre-diabetic
Oh,
spectrum.
I'm already diabetic.
And you're also you've also got fatty liver. You're on the spectrum.
Yes, yes, yes,
Unfortunately, that's what it is. So
yes.
it's all about healing you.
Yes. I did. I started all. I used to work out my whole life. I mean, since I
Yeah.
was 15, I used to work out with the. I don't know if you know who Gilad Jankowitz is. He used to work out in Hawaii on the beach.
No,
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
started with that 15 years ago. I
yeah.
mean, when I was 15, and I worked out through both my pregnancies and everything. When I hit 40, I got diagnosed with hypothyroidism, and I had a job where I walked around a lot. So by the time I got home, I didn't feel like working out, not regularly. I mean, I worked out here and there, but I was always so tired. Then I had other issues, had a couple of surgeries with PCOS and things like that.
You know,
I'm tired of
I
doing all
believe,
crap.
I believe in fate.
Hmm.
I believe there's a reason why you're sitting here talking to me from that other side of the world. And
Yes.
I know that this is, look, the video we're just making, I've managed to fix so many things that were wrong with me. Sleep
Yeah.
apnea was one of them, panic attacks was one of them, peripheral neuropathy. Peripheral neuropathy, I used to go to sleep with like my feet would be burning, where I'd have a cold flannel,
Yeah.
like wet, keep
Yeah.
honestly. And then I had sleep apnea and the panic attacks were the worst. Oh, they're all gone. Joint pain, they're all gone. I'm thinking at 63, how at 63 I feel better than I did in my
Yeah.
30s. And then I started getting angry because I should have known this
Yeah.
by my healthcare professionals. My daughter also, when she was 11 years old, started getting the digestive problems where she couldn't go to school. Every morning she was like that. And then eventually
Oh,
they said it was IBS, it was IBD. No, it wasn't. It was Crohn's, it was colitis. Eventually we were told it might be a brain tumor because she's getting these headaches. So she had to have a scan. 12 years old. And then when I decided we realized what was wrong, I went down the rabbit hole and I came out and like everyone has to know this. I'm going to just scream and shout
yes.
it out, you know.
Yes.
And
There's
that,
too much. Like I said, we've been taught the wrong things for so long.
yes,
I had an appointment with an endocrinologist because of the thyroid, I have a nodule on there
yeah.
as well. And I asked him, I said, is there a diet that's more kind of friendly towards somebody who does have hypothyroid, certain
No,
nutrients that I need? He said, this is what he said to me: eat less calories. Why
I,
didn't I think of that?
yeah, no, but that's what they know. It's so
Yeah,
you're not born with a dysfunctional thyroid
yeah,
gland. There's something that you're doing, and
yeah,
that's my argument. Why don't you find out what's going on and then change it instead
yeah,
of just giving medication? But with thyroid problems and with type 2 diabetes, these are all that can be reversed. But you got to look at it this way, right? If you cut yourself, the area will swell up. That's inflammation, okay?
hmm,
And it will get really hot. And then slowly, after a few days, there'll be a soft scab, and then there'll be a hard scab, and then the area will heal after a while. But that's on the outside. The body can do that on the inside too.
yeah,
We have to provide the right environment. So basically, what I'm saying is be patient. Whatever damage you've got, took a long time for you to
Yes.
get it. So just keep eating this way, heal yourself, like we've all done. And the community
I
is
was
amazing, isn't it?
I was on two different medications because they started me on metformin. I had a horrible reaction, so they put me on the slow release,
Yeah.
and then my A1C
Insulin.
was 8.6, so they freaked out and they sent me to the nutrition class and all this. So I started eating the way they said. Even I've been eating low carb for a long time, but I kind of went away from that because that's what the nutritionist said. And so they put me on two medications, and I kept telling my doctor for 2 years it's bothering my stomach. So
Yeah.
finally, the last
Yeah.
hour was, I said, for 2 years I've been telling you this. I said, you know how people have diarrhea occasionally? I said, I have normal stool
Oh,
occasionally,
yeah.
diarrhea all the time. So she said, okay, stop taking metformin. I stopped taking it. I think when did I have the appointment with her? I had it on Monday, the same day I started, and stopped taking it. The next day, my stomach felt better. So my
So, so,
first day,
so
the
yeah,
diet was a
yeah.
Monday. I had a headache, but I didn't attribute it to the diet. I get migraines and neck pain and things. Then the next morning, I got up and the headache kind of started, and I was in the kitchen, and I literally went. I poured some salt into my hand. I licked it up, and I
And then
drank
you're
it.
okay.
Within 5 minutes, my headache was gone. I couldn't believe it. That day, I went to work and I said, "Could I be feeling this much better already?" Day two, I
Yes.
felt like there was
Yes.
something coursing through my veins, like I felt like a
Yes.
buzz almost.
Your body's
Couldn't
like,
believe it.
finally,
Yes,
you
yes,
should smoking the fuck up. But you know what? Now do you understand why I'm so frustrated? Because
yes.
I don't know
Because
how
they're
old
lying
you
to us. This whole, and when you think about the food
I don't
industry
know
and the
how old you
pharma,
are, but I don't know how old you are, but when we get to a certain,
54.
see that's the age that they start piling on the medication because
Yes, yes,
they
exactly.
assume that, and then we all assume that oh, when you get to this age, things slow down and we're supposed to age. No, we're not. Apparently, 60 is supposed to be middle age. We're
Yeah,
supposed to live. You're here now. If you felt that good in the second on the second day, please
yeah,
just keep going. It's all
yep,
about healing. The longer you eat like this, the quicker you repair. Your body needs repair. And it's whatever's wrong with us. I think that, as I always say, there are two things that we've all got that we need to change. We need to improve our gut health, right?
mhm,
And then bring our insulin levels down. When you're counting calories, remember, look, I learned the same thing. Like, eat less, move more, and you can have, cut down the fat, eat low fat stuff, but you can eat
yeah,
carbs, you can eat, and you're allowed to send them under sugar a day. And if we all bought into that, you may lose the weight, but you're metabolically unhealthy. And then as
yes.
soon as you stop it, you put it back on again. But,
Because my numbers, when they test my thyroid, the numbers are fine. I said, but I'm so tired. Why am I so tired all the time?
but are
I've
you
spent,
tired now?
money on vitamins and supplements. I said, I don't mind spending the money if I feel better. And none of it has
How are
worked.
you feeling now, though?
I feel great. And I haven't been taking my metformin or the glipizide, but I'm testing my blood every day. My sugar was high in the morning every day in the 170s. This morning it was 118. That's
Yeah,
without taking any
it will come
medication.
down. It will come
Just diet.
down.
Yeah, just diet.
Remember,
118 is good for me. It used to be
pardon?
108. It used to be 180 in the morning. Now it's 118. So it's gone
You
down.
know what? Honestly, you made my day. I've spoken to a lot of people today, but please just keep healing yourself because medicine should have been a combination of finding the root cause and finding medication. But
That's
now it's all become
yeah.
about medication.
They don't care about the cause. They just want to give you medication. That's what it is. I'm like, but don't you want to know why it's like this?
No, no,
Why
of
am I
course
tired
not.
of stuff? They don't.
That's no interesting.
I'm trying to get my husband on board. He had a heart attack 7.5 years ago, and he was a diabetic and high blood pressure, and he's on a handful of medication every day. And he was basically told the red meat is the devil, not to eat it. But he slowly, he lost weight and everything after the heart attack, but he
Yeah,
slowly gained it back. He just has a belly, is really the only thing he could see. But he's just afraid to. I can't tell him stop taking the medication because I'm not a doctor or anything. But I just want
yeah,
to
of
tell
course, yeah.
him. He's like, I can't eat like you. I don't. I can't eat like that. I can't eat like that. I said, well, I don't know. It comes to a point where it's like you said, it's not worth to be bad and eat something bad for that 5 minutes when you're going to feel like crap for the rest of the day, up here and in your body. Just
How hard have they've really worked on us well, haven't they?
yeah,
To
yeah,
think that red meat is actually bad for you.
yes,
It's
yes,
mind blowing, isn't it?
yes.
I was just telling you, I just actually going to post my next video. I'm going to post about um somebody I used to work with. I saw him recently and he's walking around and he's hobbling around. And I said to
Yeah.
him, dude, are you all right? Yeah, I've got gout. And so I started talking to him, what do you eat? Oh, I eat quite healthily. I said, yeah, what, but red meat, I don't eat red meat. I'm like, why not? Oh, because that's what causes the gout. I'm like, do you drink alcohol every day? Because I know I drink a couple of beers every day, but you're blaming the red meat for
Red
causing the
meat.
gout.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing. Our ancestors have been eating red meat for a long time. They didn't have all these diseases like gout and all this high blood pressure. We didn't have heart disease. We didn't have type 2 diabetes. They were non-existent.
Yeah. Well, you had watched the video recently where you were holding up two mangoes and said that you grew up in Africa eating mangoes that weren't that big. I'm originally from Europe. I'm from Yugoslavia,
Yeah, yeah,
former Yugoslavia.
yeah.
So I didn't start eating. I mean, I'm not saying we didn't have junk food, but I didn't start eating junk food till I moved here. I was
Yeah,
13 when
yeah,
we moved
yeah,
here and
yeah.
discovered McDonald's and things like that. And there, but even fruit, like you said, you have it seasonally. That's
Yes,
the
that
thing.
was it.
I love watermelon, but I only had it once a year. You
Once a
only get
year,
it
I know,
what
when it's
five, five,
available.
6 times, right, in that summer, and that's it. You didn't have it for the rest of the year. Same with
But
corn. I love corn, but I only had it when it was
when it was in
in the
season.
season, and that's
That's
it.
unfortunately the world is changed now. We import them
Yeah.
from every flipping place, and then
Yes.
and we're thinking, hang on, why are we sick? We are sick. All of
Yeah.
us are sick. And I don't
Yeah.
know if you watch my Instagram, but whenever I
Yeah.
talk about fruit, people start getting excited, we get crazy, and what was man, and it
But
makes
it's
me laugh.
natural sugar. It's still a sugar.
Your body doesn't know the difference.
Yes.
Your body, in fact, fructose is actually worse for your liver than glucose. But we can't tell it because they're not. It's not being said mainstream. Now, when it comes to family, you talk about your husband. Don't worry about it. Just keep healing yourself.
Yes. I'm not trying to preach.
No, no,
I
don't.
didn't say
Just
anything. I'm in my head thinking I'm going to try to say, hey,
slowly, yeah.
a little less of this and a little more of
Well,
that. Or
but if you don't even have to say anything. Eventually, when you look like a 25-year-old, he's going to say, "Whoa." That's exactly what happens. Eventually, you think, wow, why is my wife glowing? Before you know, he'll be on the board. That's what has always happened because family is difficult and because it's the
yes,
familiarity, familiarity. They think, oh, what does she know? This is only my wife or it's only
yeah,
my dad. So they wouldn't listen. Eventually, when they realize that, oh my God, she's climbing up the wall. She's doing stuff she couldn't do before. Before you know it, he'll want to know what. So just be patient. When you're sitting in the plane before you board the plane, they bring out the air hostess, they do all that sign, they do this and they do that. They tell you when if there's whatever, put your mask on first.
yes.
So put your mask on when you secure, and then before you know it, you'll be like, Ma'am, why can't I breathe? Well, put this mask on. That's what's going to happen. So let him, yeah.
I've been posting about temptation. He went to like a car meet. They do coffee and donuts, and he brought home a box of donuts. And then the day before he brought pastries, I said, why? So I said, can you do me a favor? He's really tall. He's 6'8". And I said, can you
Wow.
put this on top of the cupboard so I can't
So you got
even
literally, yeah,
be
yeah,
tempted?
yeah.
My mom went shopping. Oh, look at this chocolate I got and this chocolate. Should I put it in the closet here? I said, no, please keep it in your room. I don't want to see it. I can't. I stopped saying I can't have that. I changed it to I don't
I
eat.
don't, I don't
I
need that.
don't eat that.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
choose not to eat it. Not that I
yeah.
can't have.
No, but that's the truth. Something. That's what I always say. Tell people. It's not that nobody's stopping you from eating it. You
Yeah,
choosing not to eat it.
yeah,
You can have it if you want, but you choose not to. There's a difference. Then you've got
yes,
the power. You can just get up in the middle. The thing is, please give your body a chance to heal. It's going to take a little bit of time. Remember, the damage didn't happen overnight. The longer you
yes.
go eating like this, the better you feel. And eventually, you're going to be, trust me, you're going to be climbing up the wall. All the family, my energy levels through the roof. I'm 63 years
Oh,
old.
that's the thing that's the most. I like I said, I enjoyed working out my whole life, but I
Yes,
think because I had no energy, I didn't want to do it, and then I felt guilty. Well, I came home yesterday. I went on the treadmill. I did some weights. I said I felt great. This is before I came downstairs. I said, oh, I guess I got to eat dinner. That's too. Most of the time, I couldn't finish my dinner.
I
I said
know.
that's great. I said I'm not going to force myself because I can't.
Don't, I
And then
know.
in the morning, I said, oh my God, I think I'm hungry. I think I'm hungry. And then I said, you know what it is? Because I'm making food for my husband and my daughter and the
Yeah, yeah.
dogs and things. It's this morning, so it's natural to think that I'm supposed to eat. But then I look and
You
say,
know,
I'm
yeah.
actually hungry. it's like phantom hunger pains.
No, but it's true though, because we've been brainwashed to saying, "Oh, you got to
Conditioning.
get up in the morning." Like I yesterday, I normally have my first meal like earliest I'd have it about 3 or 4 o'clock. But
I have it about two.
my daughter was cooking something, and she said, "Do you want to try it?" So I tried it. Had some. It was like I put a picture, some lamb, some whatever, beef, and I ate it. And then I was supposed to train an hour after, and my body's like didn't want to. I felt
Yeah.
like the food was still sweet. So I had to wait
Yeah.
for about 2 hours, and I realized that okay, I've trained fasted for like 4 or 5 years. I'm not going to stop. I'll always
Yeah.
train fasted. I wouldn't just go on it. And I feel amazing. I can't lie. I feel really, really good. And I want everybody to feel like that.
And I believe it. I believe it because I went through it. I
Good.
even encouraged a friend at work, the girl that we go to lunch together at the same time, and she started bringing eggs, and she was enjoying them so much. And she said, "This egg was so perfect." She goes, "I can't eat anything else. I want to savor this taste." I said, "You can eat like this every day."
Insulin level goes up
Yeah.
and your body goes into fast storage mode. Your body will not store fat and then spend energy at the same time. That's why. Do you understand the concept though?
Yes, but it was interesting to actually explain. Nobody explained really what fat is, and then it's like you said, your body's brilliant way of storing energy. It's just that
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
storing too much.
Efficient way. So every
Yeah,
time you eat, your body has a choice on what to do with the energy from the food. It will either release it for you to spend straight away as something called ATP, which is the body's energy currency, adenosine triphosphate, or it will store it for you to use when there's no food. So every time you're eating, your body's making those two decisions. Now,
yeah,
every food that you eat has hormonal instructions that your body has to interpret. So when you eat a bowl of cereal, there's no hormonal instructions in it. It's all sugar. Your body treats it as
sugar.
sugar.
Yeah,
So when you carbohydrates are the foods that usually because okay, as a wild human being before we discovered fire, spring, summer, we hunt, we catch the animals, we eat, and then late autumn, that's when the fruits ripe. We eat the sugar to make us store fat to either walk to a warmer place
yeah,
or to go long periods without eating. That's it.
yeah,
That's what the
yeah,
body's designed. It's never changed in those thousands of years, but our behavior has changed. We got Walmart, we got all these shop food selling us lots of bullshit, and then we slowly
yeah,
new products come out. They're not food, they're products, aren't they?
yeah. You were telling someone about supplements. Is she was taking collagen, I think, and you said, "Is it making you feel better?" And I've been taking collagen as well, and I thought, I don't know that I've noticed the difference. Why am I taking?
Absolutely, yeah. Get the collagen from the chicken, the grizzly bits that you
Yeah,
throw away. Eat that, eat the animal fat, eat the chicken skin. That's where you get collagen from. You know,
and I'm eating the off the chicken. My husband eats it. And I said, "Well, you have all this meat on the bone. When I eat it, that bone is clean because that's
absolutely. I say,
I'm used to eating it like that."
but that's when it's so that bit that grizzly bit, your body use because it's got micronutrients that will help you build collagen. So all these collagen that you're buying from the shop, it's just a waste of money. It really is a waste of money. But unfortunately, we buy into collagen, high protein, high fiber, and then these companies use it to make products for us. It winds me up. I don't take any supplements. I just take 76 tablets every single day, supplements vitamins as a bodybuilder. And then from that,
Yeah,
and this is
yeah,
when I was young and I felt like shit. Now I don't
yeah.
take any supplements. I eat the way I eat and I feel better than I did. It doesn't make any sense, does it?
No, no. I was telling my husband, I can't wait for my next blood test
Lactose,
so you
yes.
can see
Yeah,
that I went down. And then I said, "Who cares?"
yeah.
My blood test says my blood tests were fine, and I felt like crap. I don't care what my blood test says if I feel good.
What for? Are you a vampire? What do you want to see my blood test for? What some made up numbers? Your cholesterol level is high. I
And
feel
they keep
great.
bringing the cholesterol at 220 and stuff 20 years ago was okay. Now it's
Guys,
199.
no, I know. It's mad, isn't it?
Mine is I think at 222.
Who
And I
makes
said
these numbers
222
up?
and you're gonna give me pills already?
Who makes these numbers up?
Exactly. The
And
only thing that's always been high for me, even when my cholesterol was low, they always said that my triglycerides were high.
yeah,
I said, okay,
that's what you need to bring down. That's what you need
we'll
to bring
see what
slowly.
we'll see. Yeah.
Slowly bring it down. Please stick to what you're eating. There are two drugs that have been now are the most profitable now drugs, statins and antidepressants.
Yeah.
And then slowly it's becoming digestive, things like omeprazole, stuff like for the digestive problem. So it's been antidepressants, statins now is going on to
I've
digestive.
I've been prescribed that too.
Uh,
I ended up in the emergency room because I ate in the week. I ate 3 bags of hot Cheetos, and I ended up in the emergency room because my stomach's not always how
when
my
was
stomach's
that?
weak. And then they gave this was years and years ago, and they gave me a
Please don't do
multivitamin.
that again.
It heals. Oh no, it says it heals the gut. I never touched one after that. I don't even like them that much. I think I worked at a school and we used to stack the chips, and I just kind of ate them, and so never again.
But honestly, please don't stop keeping eating the way you're eating. If you're
Yes,
feeling good, let it go. Keep preparing yourself. Eventually, your husband is going to want to join you. Just
I
trust me
think
on
so.
that. It
Yeah.
will, it will happen, okay?
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to ask me? Because you got somebody now.
No,
So
no, no. Go ahead. I got to head off to work anyway.
listen, take care, yeah? Lola,
You too.
look after yourself. Bye bye.
You too. Bye. It
Nice
was
to meet
nice
you. Bye
meeting
bye.
you.